Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at some of my favorite finds in the swap meet area of the 2024 Carlisle Chrysler Nationals. For those of you who've never heard of that, this is the biggest Mopar show in the United States. Expect about 3,000 cars and tons of parts and cars for sale in the swap meet area. If you're looking for something special related to Chrysler products, this is the place to be. Check it out. It's near central Pennsylvania, a little bit away from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. That's the nearest big city. To start the day, I walked down the vendors midway area. What caught my eye were these gorgeous modern Mopar power plants. These are all modern Hemis. One of my favorite cars of the show was this 1980 Plymouth Arrow pickup truck. This truck was just fantastic. I don't know if you'll ever find one in such a condition as this. These are just oddballs. The sister car was the Dodge D50. Really what this was an imported Mitsubishi Mighty Max. I just thought this picture was pretty cool. I mean, check this out. A Ram 3500 towing or flatbedding a D100 pickup. And look at this beast. This is the Dodge Challenger Demon 170. 6.2 liters of supercharged Hemi, 1,025 horsepower on E85. Oh boy, they were asking $250,000 for this piece. Check out those wheels and tires. Tires were co-developed with Mickey Thompson specifically for this car. And here we go, a 1970 Plymouth Cuda AAR. An AAR stands for All American Racers. These were powered by a 340 cubic inch V8 with 3 two-barrel carburetors on them. They developed about 290 horsepower. They were kind of like a homologation car. And now we get really into the swap meet parts. You could just find anything here. I love all these old signs, and of course you know I love Hot Wheel cars. And check out this cool mock-up engine block. Just caught my eye. And I love looking at intake manifolds. Ugh, that high ram is sick. I'm always on the lookout for cheap dual snorkel air cleaners. Look at this. 1970 Plymouth Superbird. Total barn find. It's got a 440 in it. It's got a 4-speed. And I just love the period roof rack. It's even better they never even dusted this thing off. It's just incredible. Restored, this is a big money car. Hell, even not restored, it's still worth a pretty penny. Now this was cool. This was an AMC Rambler wagon. Maybe one of the better deals on cars I've seen here. This is only $4,500 and it looks to be pretty complete. Okay, this Hot Wheels power launcher, they were asking $50 for it. I really wanted it. I know I had one as a kid. I thought this Power Wagon tow truck just had a great attitude and patina to it. What do you think? Once again, you can find anything at Carlisle. Check out these amazing restored jukeboxes and gas pumps. This grill, immaculate. This looks to be an NOS part. $1,150. This would be for a late 70s or early 80s, like 1980 Dodge pickup. Now, this Ram caught my eye. I saw the tubing and I'm like, oh man, what's going on under the hood? Twin turbo setup. I'm thinking this is a 318 or a 360 in this thing. Man, I'd love to see this thing rip. Just cool seeing all these old fenders just stacked up, ready for someone to pick them up and slap them on a car. Now this Dodge Explorer, insane. It is it's one of the best finds at the show for me. Somewhat reasonably priced, $17,500 for this. Something so rare and it looks to be in pretty good condition, pretty original too. Man, just imagine cruising across the country in this thing. I love that they have these vintage beer cans and coolers set out inside. Now check this out. This is the gauge bezel for a Dodge Snow Commander pickup. This was like a special package you could get on a Power Wagon, basically set up for like snow removal or plowing. But this gauge bezel caught my eye because if you look to the left, you can see that there's a transmission temperature light, and it says don't drive it if this light is on. So assuming you're plowing all night or something and the transmission starts to get hot from going into drive and reverse and drive and reverse, this light comes on and it tells you, hey, idle the thing in neutral and let it cool down. Pretty sick. Now here's a spoiler from a real Dodge Charger. I love Little Red Expresses. This is a 1978. It's got the great bird bath hood, it's got the exhaust stacks, ram air came on these trucks. They're just so cool. You'll see more in another video. And here we go, another Dodge pickup truck, short bed, standard cab, and a Dodge Stealth. Now here's an odd one. This is a Chrysler Snow Runner. Yes, they made a snowmobile. Now these are just so cool. This is Chrysler's Cross Ram intake manifold. They've got these crazy long intake runners to generate a little bit more power with their dual 4-barrel setup. Now for those of you who are Hot Wheels fans, this Chrysler show had a ton of great Hot Wheels merch. Check out this Hot Wheels factory. It looks like what you do is you melt down plastic and then they come with a couple different body castings you could make with it, and you kind of place them on a little chassis and then you've got your own little Hot Wheels. Here's another cool one, Dodge Demon Sizzler. Now this was mostly an appearance package for these cars. Came with a different wheel and tire setup, came with cool Sizzler graphics, cool interior, and a tough steering wheel. And this was sort of intended to be a sporty appearing, but not necessarily high performance car. Cheaper for insurance. And check these out, a pair of fenders from a Super Coupe, rare pieces. I'm always on the lookout for 66 Coronet grills. Now this was definitely one of the more expensive pieces and more interesting pieces. I don't know if you're ever going to see one of these again. This is a 1970 Dodge color and upholstery poster. I mean, I'd assume this sort of hung up in a dealership. You could go through, pick out the colors you like, check out the interior. They had literal swatches from the interior so you even get the texture of it. Just check this out. They had it for every one of the models they made. It's just incredible. The price is incredible too, but hey, when are you going to see another one? I love seeing all the parts from the forgotten Chrysler models like the Rampage, the Lancer, the Horizon. Boom, here we go. This looks to be a fiberglass nose cone, which is definitely a reproduction. Superbird and Charger Daytona nose cones were not fiberglass. And we've got another Demon here. Alcohol injected because it runs on E85. And there's another shot of the wheel and tire package that came on these. I love this burned orange color. If anyone knows the actual name of this color, drop it in the comments below. I just like to look at this red Ram engine. And here we go, 1966 Dodge Coronet with the 318 Poly. I own one of these cars, currently not working super great. Doesn't live with me, it lives at off-site location where it's safe. But man, I love these cars, have a soft spot. I love the roofline of these things, they just look super cool. This 1974 Charger, cool looking car. Love this sort of laser stripe going down the side. This had a 400 cubic inch big block and a 4-speed. Gotta love this crusty old Chrysler. Now this was a pair of trucks I saw pictures of online way advanced of the show. I just love this yellow Ram top hand. Ugh, that stripe package is amazing. Alright, Plymouth Prowler headlights. You know how I was talking about forgotten models? Well, here is a Dodge Lancer with a turbocharger. Pretty unassuming looking sedan, but it's got a little bit of pep in that turbo engine. Have you ever seen the movie Death Proof? It was a Quentin Tarantino film. Kind of old, but it really holds up. It's awesome. There's a crazy car chase with this Challenger and Charger, and as you can see, the Challenger gets a little wrecked in the film. And I will leave you with some autocross runs. We've got a Viper here doing its best. This dude has run this 1968 Charger through the autocross course as long as I've been coming to the shows.
I'm pretty sure every year. How many Charger fans we got out there?
It was cool to see this little Dodge Daytona tearing it up.
Something about an E-body you just gotta love.
Check out this 71 Cuda. This had a Hellcat swap in it, I believe. Just like the 68 Charger, this guy's another longtime autocrosser with his Chrysler TC by Maserati. This little Dodge Spirit put on a great show for the crowd. Well, that's all for this week. Thanks for watching, guys, and please drop a comment. Let me know what your favorite find was.